Hello folks, the Celtic Nerd here, bringing you another nerdy video. Oh my god folks, we're finally here. We're finally playing Dragon Age The Veilguard properly. I know it's been quite a while since I covered since I did my review videos. Wanting to see like the first 8 hours of the game is like. Let's see here. Let's turn also down. Okay, for some reason it's let's lower down the game volume a little bit. Okay. Wow, folks, it was before Christmas that I did my review series. Wow. Now again folks, I did 10 videos equating to about 8 hours of Dragon Age The Veilguard gameplay now. I did explore a little bit, which I should have more so focused on the story, but like oh god. But now we're finally here. I've been waiting to play this game, folks. Now, unfortunately, at the time of this recording, it is still quite... Can I just delete the character? Yes, I can. There we go. Yeah, it's been... I want to make sure I have certain settings. I'm wondering, is there a scene for headgear to appear in cutscenes? Yes, hide helmet never. Excellent. Yeah, we're gonna have to keep this off. Because again, I don't want to be... I'm hoping to not get into trouble with YouTube. Alright.
I knew him as Solus. Smart, thoughtful, loved to hear himself talk. But long ago, he had a different name. The Dreadwolf. Ancient elven god of lies, or heroic rebel against tyranny, depending on which story you believe. In his desperate fight against the corrupt elven gods, Solus imprisoned them, creating a veil that split our world from the raw magic of the Fade. He had won. But the veil cost the elves everything. Their magic, their freedom, even their immortality. Now, Solus wants to tear down that veil and undo the damage he caused, even if that means our world has to burn. Somebody's gotta stop him, and that's where you come in.
in. I need a base. Oh yeah, I forgot. I can do further customization there. So let's further customize. Alright, now we can change the structure of each head. To do this, to see what each head looks like, I think it's best to do that. So you essentially, again, like I know I've seen other companies now do something like this. Normally you get this type of thing with the body, not the head. So I like that nose. So we'll put that in for the nose. And then we shift away to this one. And then we cycle through the heads till we find something else we like. Sort of like that head. This one. Alright, and then we will choose a head for this part of the blend. I like this. Alright, now we blend them to try and create something that we do like. Okay, there we go. I like that. It's a nice that's not bad. Alright, 10 complexion. What's this? Oh, that's that skin condition. Yeah, with the pat where you have those patches of white. Yeah, I don't really need to modify anything else there. Yeah, that's fine. So see, this is what I'm more normally used to. Now we are a mage, so we're gonna go a bit thin. There we go. Body proportions. I'm okay with that. And we've already set skin tone. We go black. Oh yeah. There we go. If I increase the saturation and the brightness. think it might be the closest I'm getting. Actually, you know what? Let's go with silver. The silver really pops against the black. I'm actually not a big fan of the lips, actually. I guess do we have to have such big lips? I guess we have to. So I regret now not remembering my combination. I think that was better. Oh wait, there we go. So it's after that. Yeah, I'm an idiot, folks. I didn't notice there was a lip icon. Alright, here we go. Oh, really? Did I just... There we go. There we go. Much better. Ears... fine. Alright, let's see our hairstyle. Um, 16's not bad. 22 is okay as well. I like that. Ooh. Okay, no. I like the back of 23 I did. .45 is a good emergency one in case I can't find any hairstyle that I really don't that I really like. This makes me think fucking Star Wars with the rat tail. We'll just go with this, I guess. Nope. They used to have like, ah, here you go, tattoos and scars. So far, that's the leading contender. There we go. Make it a bit more obvious. Can we make it look? There you go. We'll make it look more fresh. That's about it, I think. Now for his class, we've played every single game as a mage, so we're gonna keep up that trend. So there's the class that we're most likely going to go with, Death Caller. Alright, now we need to choose our faction. Recognize name, gain reputation with the Morn Watchers more quickly. Return to grave, deal increased damage, raise undead and demons. Acute afflictions, you can apply additional affliction stack on targets. So that is that. And then there's more details of our backstory discovered by undead inside the Grand Necropolis tomb. As an infant, Rook was raised by the Mornwatch necromancers, eventually joined the Order. During a civil war between undead nobility, known later as the War of Banners, he led a daring attack on the rebellion's dueling leaders. It was a success, quelling the war in 7 lives, but Rook's destruction of these undead nobles was controversial. Some Morn Watchers feared Rook had offended the Order's aristocratic patrons and encouraged them to travel for a while. Oh, this is the different. We're here to judge the story. Alright, that's...
I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad you're here.
That sounds like Ichigo's voice actor, not gonna lie.
I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, it doesn't, I guess it doesn't really matter in terms of first name. Alright, so we're gonna now deal with our past stuff. Make changes. because they decided this is going to be the first time they were going to not do the import stuff, which is really, really, really questionable. Right, I don't have a picture of my elf, unfortunately. Right. You are pale elf. We were fairly thin. We were ginger. I'm okay with the idea that actually, you know what, we've been sort of accepted into a little bit of nobility with our romance with Josephine. So there we go. We'll go with this hairstyle. Back to the head shape. The head was slightly rounded. That's close. Tattoos. We did have elven styled tattoos. I think that's as close as we're gonna get. And no, that's not how you spell it. I named him for the for Ogma. No, I did spell them correctly. Okay. Now the world state. Decide who Negatero is romantically involved with. If so, Josephine. Fate of the musician was the standard. Me vow to save souls from himself. Now, the reason why they're only caring about Inquisition's stuff, folks, is because of the fact that this game takes place, I believe it's like 70 years after the first one. Hold on, let me just double check that. Dragon Age Veilguard. Timeline. So okay, so there's the possibility of 22 years. Really? No, it'll be 21. Is it only 21 years? That was... okay, so yeah, 20... Sorry, folks. It's actually been answered. So yeah, it has been 22 years since the events of Dragon Age 1. Since Dragon Age Origins. 22 years. So theoretically, which is why Morgan looks the way she does when she shows up in this game. So I can understand why they feel like a lot of the minor decisions. I still feel like they should have given us more options for the bigger stuff, like who is currently sitting on the throne of Ferelden.
So, where were we? Oh, right. Him. Our best plan is to stop the Dreadwolf before he can perform his ritual. After following his trail across half the known world, we finally tracked him to Minrathous, capital of the Tevinter Imperium. But to find the Dreadwolf in a city this big, we need a local expert. So, naturally, our story begins where all great stories begin. With the seediest bar in town. And a missing contact.
Let's try this again. Where's Nevgalis?
You think you can come into my bar and make demands?
It's not a demand, it's an offer. Telling me what I need to know, it's the smart play here.
How'd you figure, sweet talker?
Nevgalis is my only shot at finding the Dreadwolf. I need to know where she is. We were supposed to meet here, in your bar. But you let Venatori cultists drag her away.
I didn't let them. They paid me.
So answer my questions and walk away with the coin. Or spend it cleaning up the place when I'm through. Your choice.
You're adorable. Dumont Plaza. That's where you'll find Nev Gallus.
Thank you.
You want to get yourself killed fighting the Venatori? It's your ass.
That offer's good for all of you, too. No?
If they won't listen to you, they can always listen to Bianca.
Your friend Nev Gallus is at Dumont Plaza.
I heard. That's why you're my second in command. Although for the record, you might be too charming for your own good.
So you say that? But we do have Nev's location now, so...
Don't get cocky.
Come on. Harding will be worried.
All right, break's over.
I hope Nev's as good at finding people as you claim.
She's the best damn detective I've ever met. If she says she's got a lead on Solus, I believe her. The Archon's palace. Something must have gotten them riled up.
Should we be in more of a hurry to get out of here?
We don't want to look conspicuous. Just get out of here nice and casual. Find Nev Gallus and stop Solus.
You still think you can talk him down before he starts his big ritual?
That ritual is going to tear down the veil. The only thing separating us from the Fade and an endless number of demons. I have to talk him down.
Wait! But I didn't do anything!
Get down.
Are they after us? Is it because of the bar?
Word travels fast in Minrathous.
We've got to help her.
We don't have time to get arrested, especially if we... Oh, crap.
We're too late!
The ritual started. But if we hurry, we can still stop Solus before it finishes. Let's go! Harding's this way. She'll get us to Dumont Plaza, then Nev will get us to Solus.
Watch out! Is Solus summoning demons on purpose?
My guess is the veil is weakening, and they're slipping through the cracks.
And when the veil comes down completely...
And the whole world is going to look a lot like this. Come on, this way. It should get us to Harding.
You're safe now. Get inside and bar the doors quick as you can, okay?
Thank you, miss.
Harding, you all right?
I've been doing what I can to help. The ritual must be weakening the veil. There are a lot of scared people out here.
And a lot of demons. Haven't seen this many come through the Fade in years.
What about you two? Are you okay?
Fought some demons, and the Archon's palace took a few shots at us. Nothing we couldn't handle.
Speak for yourself.
Have you got my gear?
Right over there. Where's Nev Gallus? Wasn't she at the meeting point?
The Venatori got to her first. They grabbed her before we arrived and paid off the bar owner to keep it quiet.
I'm not surprised our detective did something to piss off a cult of murderous blood mages, but their timing stinks. The bar owner said the Venatori took Nev to Dumont Plaza. Can you get us there, Harding?
Not a problem. I saw Dumont Plaza while I was scouting the area, and it was crawling with Venatori. Follow me.
Eyes up. We've got company.
Here they come. I think that's the last of them.
Good. Let's get to Dumont Plaza and find Nev. You two all right? Patch yourselves up if you need it.
I don't get it. If Solus tears down the Veil, doesn't that destroy everything?
Solus always talked about how beautiful the ancient world was.
That world existed before the Veil, and he wants to bring it back.
You are in violation of Imperial order.
Oh no, I think that's Dumont Plaza.
Crap. Let's move.
They're the ones who made trouble at the bar.
Venatori cultists!
Reinforcements should be here soon.
I hate these assholes. Looks like the Venatori put up a barrier to block the way. More intruders!
Against our fallen brethren.
Friendly bunch of cultists, aren't they?
We've had run-ins with them in the Morn Watch. They're always hunting for dangerous magic.
Yep, that's them.
Citizens must remain indoors until the magical anomaly is fully contained.
Come on. Guess we're sliding down.
They're allies of Ned Gallus. Kill them all. The Venatorios. Venatori, take your revenge.
Another barrier. But it looks like Nev's work, not the Venatori's.
Varric, Harding. Not the worst timing.
Nev, it's so good to see you. We thought the Venatori had kidnapped you.
They thought the same thing. A lot of Venatori in the city have reason to hate me. Figured I'd play along. Find out who wanted to settle the score this time. Then the sky started raining demons. So I'm back on the job.
Appreciate it. Rook, this is Nev Gallus, our local expert. She's gonna help us find Solus. Nev, meet Rook. Harding and I found him a while back. Thought we could use an expert on trouble.
Rook, like the chess piece?
One of the strongest pieces on the board, but he tends to think in straight lines.
We came prepared for a rescue. Looks like you're way ahead of us.
A rescue? You're sweet.
You said you had a lead?
I haven't seen Solus in person, but I did find hints of old magic, similar to what you get in elven ruins. I traced it to a building beneath Our Lady of Victory. That's where your man is hiding.
Then let's go, before this ritual he's doing gets any worse.
Worse, this ritual's already drawing more power than I'd expect from a dozen mages. You told me he was working alone.
I also told you he was an ancient elven god.
An elven god. Well, whatever he is, he's causing trouble in my city. Let's go.
All citizens in the Canal District must remain in their homes.
So if we do catch Solus, or the Dreadwolf, whatever he calls himself, what's the plan?
He wants to bring down the Veil. Hopefully that ritual takes his full attention.
So we catch him while he's doing his ritual so he can't fight us.
That's the hope. If it comes to a straight-up fight, we're dead.
We can slide down.
I'm getting too old for this.
There. That's the building I tracked Solus to.
Looks like the Venatori also found it. And then demons found them.
I just love Minrathis. Like, the architecture is very interesting. I'll cover it when we get to this.
Enchantment on the entrance. I can get it.
So this is the Dreadwolf's hideout.
One of them, at least. Not sure how long he's been here.
Some of this looks ancient.
Solus has been around longer than Minrathis itself. What do you see?
No sign of Solus. Just a big glowing window or mirror or something.
Well, that sounds ominous.
Demons. Locked. There must be a way to open it. Let's look around.
Air's full of magic. Solus used a lot of power for something.
Solus, the Dreadwolf, Fen'Harel. He's got a lot of names.
I always called him Chuckles.
Nice work.
Let's see what's on the other side.
One sec, folks.
This the big glowing window you saw earlier, Rook?
It's called an alluvian. They're elven and very old.
It acts like a... Well, we're not in Minrathous anymore.
I know these trees. This is Arlethan Forest.
And there's your ritual. The power involved. I've never seen anything like it.
The tremors are getting worse.
And we've got demons.
And I thought the demons were bad back in Minrathous.
The Fade's a mess this close to the ritual. No telling what could come through.
Does it feel like those tremors are getting worse?
Keep moving and try not to think about it.
We get tremors every time one of those big crystals at the ritual site lights up.
Not many of them left to light. Might want to hurry. Almost there.
Good enough. Let's get to Solus.
All right. I'll take it from here.
Are you sure?
Positive. You three just keep the demons off me while I talk to him.
Varric, Solus isn't gonna stop just because an old friend asks nicely.
Solus needs someone to sell him another option, to help him justify changing his mind.
We've got your back. If anyone can get through to him, you can.
Thanks, Rook. Whatever else he is, he's my friend. And if he won't listen to me, then he'll hear from Bianca.
More demons!
Take care of the team for me. Hey, Chuckles. Hope I'm not interrupting.
Let's buy him some time.
I hope Varric is getting through to Solus.
You better talk fast. We can't hold these demons off forever.
The Veil is a wound inflicted upon this world. It must be healed.
By drowning the world in demons?
I have taken precautions to minimize the damage, Varric.
Minimize the... People are dying right now. You need to listen. Please.
People are always dying. It is what they do.
Shit. We need a better plan.
Do you want me to take the shot?
Won't work. He's too powerful.
What if we disrupt the ritual?
How?
See those statues? If we break the scaffolding holding that one up, the whole thing will come down on Solus.
It's risky. Interrupting a ritual of this scale will have consequences.
And what about the demons? Varric needs us to hold them off.
Right. You two stay here. I'll bring down the statue.
What? No. Stepping into all that raw magic is suicide.
The storm could tear you apart.
Anyone got a better idea?
Fine, but you'll need backup. I'm with you.
I'm a mage. I'll go.
Either way, someone needs to stay back and deal with the demons.
I'm going to pick...
Let's go, Harding. Nev, keep the demons off us.
You got it.
This is it!
Bring down that scaffolding!
Why? Why tear down the veil? knowing all the lives it'll cost.
We shared a journey years ago. Do you believe that I would do this if there was some other better option?
The pillar's weak, but
It isn't falling! We need to push it!
I'm with you.
Together! Now!
You came a long way and made a valiant effort, Varric, but this story does not end with my downfall.
Push!
Let's go. This way. This way.
You have no idea what you have done.
Soulless? I know what I did. I stopped you from destroying the world.
I was not destroying the world. When you disrupted my ritual, the magical energies pulled me here, into the Fade.
Okay, so that's why you're here. But why am I here?
Your physical body is unconscious, but you shed a few drops of blood at the ritual site. Enough for a tenuous connection.
Blood magic?
Firstly, I abhor the use of blood magic. Secondly, had I the power to control you, I would already have used it.
All right, you brought me here to talk. What are we talking about?
The Evanurus, or as you would call them, the Elven Gods. The creatures that escaped. In ancient times, they ruled the elves, but that was not enough. They sought not just to be obeyed, but to be worshipped. When I rebelled, they drew on the horrific magic of the Blight, corrupting all they saw until I trapped them. Thanks to you, though, I am now trapped, and the blighted Elven Gods walk free.
Thanks to me, I wasn't the one performing a big ritual to free them.
Free them? My mortal enemies. I was ensuring that they would never escape their prison.
You were tearing down the veil.
I had a plan.
Varric always said you'd have a big explanation for why none of this was your fault.
Varric,
Yeah, he said that's your style. Never quite lies, clever half-truths that let you convince yourself you're doing the right thing. He tried to talk to you anyway, and now he's hurt.
Varric is quite practiced at shading the truth himself.
So those things that got out, you said they were gods?
They said they were gods. Blighted, tyrannical, sadistic gods. It took all my power to imprison them millennia ago, but I am certain you will be fine.
Your ritual let the gods loose. You don't get to sit back and look smug.
What else could I possibly do? I do not have my ritual dagger. I do not have the network of mirrors that took me from the lighthouse across the world. I have nothing as the gods threaten this world again, all because you disrupted my ritual.
You mean when I stopped you from covering the world with demons?
You will soon see what I was trying to prevent. Elganan and Gillenane are your problem to solve. This is your responsibility now.
Why tear down the veil?
You want me to take the shot?
You have no idea what you have done. This is your responsibility now.
Well, look who's still with us.
Varric? You're okay. But I saw Solus stab you. You fell.
Trust me, kid. I've had worse. It'd take more than a flesh wound to stop me. Don't think I'll be making it out to the field anytime soon, though.
What happened?
I did my best to talk sense into Solus, but of course, he wasn't listening. He never does.
The plan did go a little wrong.
Yeah. Nev got everyone out, by the skin of her teeth mostly. Before you start worrying, Harding will be fine. She's made of sterner stuff than either one of us. Or, at least, she's a lot tougher than me.
I should have come up with a better plan. I should have...
You worked with what you had, and you succeeded, by the way. World isn't drowning in demons.
It isn't over, though. We trapped Solus in the Fade, but something else got out. Something...
Rook, you've got this. I've seen your work. I remember your disagreement with senior Watchers about how to handle that undead rebellion. There's a reason I dragged you into this whole Solus mess. You're clever, adaptable, and you don't know when to quit.
Rook? You're awake. Sorry, I didn't mean to barge in. I was just looking for elf fruit.
No, it's fine. I was just gonna stretch my legs.
Oh, Rook. Watch your step out there. If you put a foot wrong, you'll fall forever. Yeah, on top of everything else, the Illuvian took us to the Fade. The place where dreams come from, so... that. Yeah.
Then I really need to look around.
Yeah, you should. And we should talk about things. Maybe find Nev. She's outside, looking around. There's a room with a table down the stairs. I'll meet you there.
Go ahead, Rook. Me, I need to sleep. See you later, kid.
Okay, we're gonna end this video here, folks. Oh my god. Can't believe we're finally here. We're finally playing Dragon Age The Veilguard properly. Oh my god. Oh, thank God. I've been looking forward to this for so long, folks. So long. In our case, I'm the Celtic Nerd, signing out. One name, one sky.